Hi everybody, Fred Anderson here, the one of the coordinators for Awaken the Spirit. I'm also one of the head trainers for the program. Many of you might remember me over the years when I worked with Phil Lane Jr. at the University of Lethbridge with the Four Worlds Development Project. At that time, we worked with youth doing a summer institute, and one of my, I would say, my best years of my life where I learned so much from one of my main teachers, Phil Lane Jr. Also with Dr. Lee Brown, Dr. Maggie Hodgson, um, and many other people that inspired me through the years. I mean, of course, Don Bernstick, who we were young, and I was 19 at the time. Don was 21, and we traveled, and I developed a program called Vision Quest. We traveled all over the country together doing workshops with our youth, and that time we had lots of ideas and great ideas about what we wanted to do in the future. And I wanted to develop programs. I wanted to design programs, and Vision Quest was my first one. And now we've got this program called Awaken the Spirit. And I also have, you can find us on www.awakenthespirit.ca. And we are designing programs that are designed to uplift the spirit, designed to motivate and inspire. We don't particularly focus on issues, we focus on solutions. Because I feel when you focus on issues too much, they say the problem with the problem is the problem. So we wanted to focus on solutions. And you'll find that with all of our workshops are positive approaches to recovery and healing. We've designed this workshop coming up, April 25th, 26th, 27th, Awaken the Spirits, Soup and Bannock for the Soul, Staff Empowerment Workshop, where positive minds gather. And something big is going to come from this. We're going to develop an online community of positive, like-minded people, people that want to do something with your life. One of the workshops that we have there is called Destroying the Ties That Bind Us. One of the programs that has helped me with my life, being an addict, being an alcoholic, being a drug addict, being, I became hyper vigilant at a very young age. I mean, I was one of the ones from the 60s scoop whenever I seen social workers coming with the RCMP, I started running from the police when I was 4 and 5 years old. So they told me that I was diagnosed with PTSD at a very young age. I'd say that, yeah, doctors can give you the diagnosis, but the Creator gives you the prognosis. So I don't accept a lot of the things that the doctors tell me. Destroying the ties that bind us. I've learned in the programs that I grew up with that half measures availed us nothing. If you really want to change, you need to go in with both feet, not leaving one foot out. Well, I'll change this much, but I want to hold on to this. I've seen some people that are sober, living a good life, but they're miserable. How you doing? Oh, surviving. Oh, what are you doing today? Oh, killing time. I never kill time. We only got this round in this life once, so I'm going to make my life count. And that's one of the workshops that we have, Soup and Bannock for the Soul, making my life count. By the time my time is done here, I know that if I die today, I would impact thousands of people right across this country, right into the United States, even into the Middle East, even into Germany, even into Austria. People know who I am. And there are other people that will die today and nobody will ever know because their contribution to life has been nothing. If you're a frontline worker, if you're a leader, if you're a caregiver, your contribution to life is important. How many of you ever gone to see a counselor and you can tell that they hate their job? You can tell that they're not into their work. How many of you ever put your stuff through the cashier and they're just throwing your food through like they hate their job? You see, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to look at my job each day and go, oh God, another week. I want to say, I can't wait till I get there. That's your contribution, that if you die today, you would impact the country. See, that's contribution to life. That's what this workshop is based on. Making my life count. Developing positive communication with oneself and others. You know why that's important? It's important in your relationship. You know what happens when one grows and the other one stays behind? You stop talking. You stop saying, I love you, honey. You stop saying this to your spouse. How was your day today? You stop encouraging them, because encouragement is spiritual fuel. I love it when my wife encourages me. Fred, you're going to do really good. And I'd say, you know what, Angie, I needed to hear that today. That's called encouragement. How many of you guys ever got encouragement at the right time? How many of you ever run into somebody at the right time? And when they walked away, you say, you know what? I'm so glad I ran into you. You know why? Because I needed to hear that today. And I hope you out there are ready to hear this today, that if you'll change on the inside, your outside has no choice but to follow. And that's a promise. If you will change, everything will change for you. And that's a promise. If you don't change, your world stays the same. If you don't change, your husband or your wife stays the same. If you don't change, your kids will stay the same. I do this activity. I tell people, even try this at home. Now get your index finger, put it on your thumb. Now put it on your chin. Put it on your chin. Okay? On your chin. On your chin. Other people are looking at me going, what? This is my chin. And they're not going like this. Because it's not what you say that's important. It's what you do. If you're a leader, if you're a parent, you're a leader in the community. If you're an elder, you know what an elder is? We have elders and then we have elderly. There's a big difference. I shared that at an elders conference, and boy, it got quiet in there when I shared that. Because you know what? I'm 51. Because they say, oh, when you're 50, you're an elder. And I'm going, well, who said this? Who said such a thing? That's not true. We have elders, then we have people that are old. There's a big difference between elders and elderly. An elder gives of themselves without expecting anything in return, without expecting an honorarium for showing up. An elder is always there. An elder will give without expectation. An elder lives by example. You see, that's what this event is about. Is if you're in recovery, if you are a person that is trying really hard to quit something and you keep going back, this event is for you. If you're on the brink of burnout and you've been at that same job for such a long time and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, this event is for you. If you feel that your life is a lot more, you feel like you're unhappy and you don't know why, and the laughter isn't there anymore, this event is for you. If you develop this little think line here, and you've got that frown on all the time, this event is for you. It's an event that is designed to uplift, motivate, and inspire you and rekindle that spark so that you never are the same again. And that's what life is about. Your life, the Creator gave everybody gifts. Mine is behind me here. My artwork is a gift. The Creator gave me that gift at a very young age. And I started doing it in my mid-30s. Could you imagine if I started when I was 12 and 13, where I'd be today? I don't live a life of regret today, but I think about it every now and again. So I wanted to design an event where positive minds gather, and surround yourself with positive, like-minded people that will inspire you and uplift you so that you know that you'll never be the same again. I'm not that guy I used to be. You look at me right now, you don't see a drug addict. You don't see a heroin addict, because you know what? The percentage of heroin addicts that quit and quit forever is 1%. I'm one of the 1%. You know why? Because I didn't want to be that way anymore. You don't see an alcoholic when you look at me, but I'm an alcoholic, and I haven't touched a drink in many, many years. I have never set foot in a pub just to drink pop. I've never gone into an establishment that serves alcohol, because I know that, you know what, I've heard this, 1,000 watts of positive energy is no match for 1,000,000 watts of negativity. Eventually, it will get you. The law of association says the 5 people you spend the majority of your time with are the people you'll end up to be like. Who do you want to be like? I want to inspire, I want to uplift, and I want to motivate people to never be the same. That when you change on the inside, you will never be the same again, as long as you are here. Sorry, I had to turn that down. You will never be the same. And that's what life is about. It's about change. You know what? There's nothing permanent in life but change. Your days are like a masterpiece. They'll never again be painted. Make a difference in your life. Make your life count. April 25th, 26th, 27th, the first of its kind. An event with no issues. Just to uplift you. If you're working at a job where you feel that your contribution hasn't been at its best, I hope to meet you in April. So times are coming up. We had this event scheduled in March, and the Creator's way of working his ways, we had to postpone it to April, and that opened up doors for communities that didn't have the funding to come. If you're a person that wants to be here, try and find a way to be there. If you want to make a change in your life, if you're struggling right now with your life, find a way. There's always a way to get to where you want to go. I always find a way. I've heard this story in leadership. They say, do not go where the path may lead. Go where there's no path and leave a trail. That's what I'm doing with personal development and healing, leaving a trail. I know when I go to conferences and they invite me out to make people laugh, the speaker after me goes, how do I live up to that one? How am I going to outdo the guy that was just on stage before me? You know why? Because I practice at what I do. I want people to come to the workshops and say, wow. Yeah, I don't want them to come there and say, you should have seen Fred 10 years ago when he was really good. I want people to say, you should see him now. That guy really works on his craft. So just like my art, I want you to change as well. There's nothing permanent in life but change. And if you will change, this is a promise. If you will change, everything will change for you. If you change on the inside, your outside world starts to change. If you came into my home right now and you looked around, you go, wow, you got a nice home, Fred. I know, because my inside world is clean. It will show in your outside world. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope to see you there. Please share this event with your community Facebook pages, your LinkedIn, your Twitter. Share it for us. Get the word out. You know somebody that's struggling right now, maybe this is for them. Because winters don't last forever. The winters of life, what comes after winter? Spring, time to grow. You look back at your winters, you go, wow, I can't believe I put myself through that. Thank you guys for listening. Remember that we're all spirit having a human experience, and we're all here to walk each other home, even if it's for 3 days. Have a good day. Bye-bye.